Hi everyone, hope you're doing well, being safe and being kind. Thank you so much for joining me for this video and welcome to Tarot by the Pines. I am your quirky host for this channel, Jason. In this video, I'll be going over my tarot quirks, and believe it or not, shockingly enough, I have quite a few. So I'm very excited about this video. So if you're interested in my tarot quirks, keep on watching. My Tarot Quirks is a hashtag that was created by Saturn Arium, and I have seen this hashtag floating around for a bit. It was also done by Astro Boy Ricardo, which of course I will put in their video in the description box below, as well as the original video. So basically, this video is a list of all my tarot quirks. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one is size matters. And what I mean by that is I like standard tarot size cards. And this is the Smith Waite Centennial Edition. I believe this is like the gold standard. And my Grand Dame, the Everyday Witch Tarot, this is just a little bit smaller than that, but that's fine. I don't like overly large tarot decks. Believe it or not, they hurt my hands, even though I have massive hands to begin with. It's just something about a large tarot deck when I'm shuffling. After a while, it hurts my hands. And I don't like square or circle tarot decks. Those, to me, are just weird. The second quirk is, and probably the most important, is count your cards. Whenever you get a new deck, be sure to count all of your cards. You get 78 cards in a tarot deck. I have gotten a few tarot decks that didn't have all the cards, or I had duplicate cards and missing some cards, what have you. Make sure you have all of your tarot cards. There's nothing worse than having that deck for a while and then realize I am missing a particular card. The third quirk is check for damage. Whenever you get a new deck, importantly, is check if there's any damaged cards. If you're like me, I don't like to have damaged cards, especially if they are brand new. I don't like spending money on tarot decks that come damaged. For the box, if it's damaged, that's okay, but it all depends on the severity of the damage. And then if the guidebook, if it's like a Llewellyn full color, glossy guidebook that happens to be somehow damaged, that is kind of a womp-womp. But most importantly, check to see if the cards are damaged. My fourth quirk is shuffling. And I am not a riffle shuffler, which is a riffle shuffler is what you do with playing cards. To me, tarot decks are not playing cards. They should be treated with care, especially if you pay the exorbitant amount of money that some of these decks are. I feel like you should take care of your cards, but that's just me. So when I shuffle, I do over the hand, such as this. To me, I like to take care of my tarot cards and just make sure that they last. My fifth tarot quirk is storage. I keep all of my tarot decks in the original box, such as the Llewellyn deck here, Everyday Witch Tarot. That is my gold standard of storage or packaging for a tarot deck. I do have some Hay House decks here that have like you just flip open here, and then the Llewellyn has like the magnetic box. And then of course I have the US Games here that is a tuck box. I keep all of my decks in the original packaging. Now if it came in like a bag, it's gonna stay in a bag. So I like to keep my cards in its own storage. That way it's all nice and happy and won't collect dust. My sixth tarot quirk is no touchy. And what I mean by that is do not touch my tarot cards. Or if you happen to touch them, handle with care. I know inside, whenever someone perhaps touches my tarot decks, I kind of cringe a little. I know that's just like a really big quirk that I need to work on. And perhaps some of you are like that too. I don't like people touching my tarot decks. I don't know what it is, but no touchy. My seventh tarot quirk is cardstock. I guess you could say I am a cardstock snob. I like the Llewellyn cardstock. I know that has a bad reputation, but I really like how smooth it is and thin it is. And I've had this for quite a few years and it still holds up. It's just really, it just glides easy and it just makes shuffling a whole hell of a lot of fun, if I may say. I do like the US Games cardstock. That is like that matte, um, it's matte and just a little slick. Shuffles really well. I even like the Hay House Light Sears Tarot. It has that a little thicker cardstock, but it's not thick where it's like straight up stiff cardboard, which I do not like. I even have the Tarot Disassembled, which this is a indie deck. This has like that rubbery type of cardstock. Even if I say it's rubbery, it still shuffles well. Um, it just has that rubbery texture. So maybe it's not made of rubber, but it just feels rubber to me. Now, I cannot tell you if these cardstock has the specific GSM or any other kind of M's. I don't know all of that. I just know I can tell if it is a Llewellyn or Hay House or even, a particular deck that has that specific cardstock. Even for the Affirmators Tarot, it has that linen cardstock that's it's buttery, it's just smooth. It has that texture of a plain card, but it shuffles really well. And I know I forgot to mention this, but in the first tarot card, Size Matters, this is probably the biggest tarot card that I have. As you can see here, um, it's just really bigger. But the thing is, I like this deck so much that I can overlook that. The final tarot quirk of mine is I don't read reversals. I don't know about you, but 78 cards has 78 meanings upright, and even more if you dive into the specific meanings of those upright. So you're having like hundreds of meanings with just being upright. So if you flip that and have 78 reversal meanings, that's a lot to take in. I've only been into tarot for 2017 on and off until 2019 when I got really into it. I still don't know everything, and to put in the fact that there are reversal meanings, it's just a lot of information. I feel like you can get a lot of detail and a lot of information from just a upright tarot reading. So these are my tarot quirks. Let me know in the comments below, what are your tarot quirks? I would love to hear about this. And of course, check out the original videos in the description box below. And I hope you had fun. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I will see you for Tarot by the Pines.